So let's just get into Tai Chi Qigong standing. First of all, feet parallel with your hips, soft shoulders, chin tucked in, head lifted up, dropping your tailbone, feeling that long spine, lumbar spine dropping down, neck rising up. So you've got a lovely expansion, space between each of the vertebral joints, and a little bit of a gap in the axilla and a little bit of space between your legs. And close your eyes for a couple of seconds and just notice how you're feeling. Just have a light awareness of your body, whether you feel relaxed or if there's any part of you that feels maybe a little bit tighter. Whether you feel your high energy, 8 out of 10, or just mellow around about 4 or 5. Just know where you're starting from this evening or this morning. Okay, so we're going to start off rubbing our hands. Hands are very important. The heart meridian, the pericardium meridian, ends in the fingers. Large intestine, the lung meridian, ends in the hand. And we've also got the small intestine and the triple heater coming down or going up into the hands. So getting in nice warm hands there. And then let's do some dry washing of our hands. I was reading a bit of a research article on acupuncture last night, and a Japanese neurologist studying the different skin receptors was saying that he sees the skin as the third brain. So we think of the second brain being the gut and the skin being the third brain. What we know about the skin is that the skin and the central nervous system both develop from the same tissue when you're a tiny little embryo. So there's a very strong connection between your skin and the brain. Good. And now let's just go a little bit of massage up through your face and softly down. So we massage up because gravity is pulling our wrinkles down as we get older. So it's nice to have a little bit of a facelift here. Very inexpensive compared to the spas. And then rake through your hair with your fingernails, stimulating your scalp. Of course, your brain's underneath, so it's going to get a message that something good is happening here. And then a little bit of massage of your ears from the bottom lobes, just squeezing the ears between your fingers. There's loads and loads of acupuncture points on the ears. It's kind of ear reflexology. So just work until you feel a little bit of warmth coming into your ears. You'll be sending a bit of message to the stomach and the spleen, shoulder and the back. And let's have some raindrops onto the top of the scalp here. Close your eyes if you like. So up and down, there's a big central vein underneath the skull, taking all the old blood back, the old blood back. So you'll help to drain the old blood from the brain, a little bit around the sides, over our frontal lobes and our cerebral cortex. You go behind over the occiput, behind the head there as well. And relax. Good. Big bear stretches. So big bear stretches got really, really, really heavy shoulders. So going to bring the shoulders up, 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 and then forwards and down. And as you go down, let your head hang down so that you open the space between your shoulder blades behind, and you get a little bend of the thoracic spine and a little bend of your cervical spine as well. And then roll up and let your shoulder blades glide down back, gliding down the ribs, and at the same time, allow your hands to open. So coming up, breathing in, palms face backwards, drop your head, open the space between your shoulder blades, hang there for a little bit. When we hang with a bit of weight through the joints, we get a little bit of opening of the fascia. Breathing in through the nose, shoulders up and back, and open your hands. There we go. And breathing in, up we come. Shoulders forwards and down. You could breathe out through your mouth. That was just a nice cleansing breath at the beginning of the class. Up and roll. And we'll do one more. Coming up, tailbones dropped, lumbar spine dropping, cervical spine bending forwards. Go a little bit further each time and come up. Right. So we are now going to do arm circles. So one foot in front of the other, about 45 degrees. And just within your comfort zone, we're going to do the swing. Now, if you're unhappy with that, put a hand behind your back and allow your arm just to do pendulum movements down there. So if you've got shoulder problems, don't do the swing, rather do the pendulum movements. Okay? So let's go. So up and back. And as you're doing that, it's not just happening in the shoulder joint, it's going right through your body, right through the waist to the opposite hip. And come up and then allow your arm just to drop and to drop. So it's more the arm's weight and gravity are doing the work. And you're just going with the momentum as you come up, drop. It's a nice workout for your whole body. Just easy breathing. You could put one hand behind your back just to give you a bit of stability in your back if you like. And let's go the other way, forwards and up. And drop. Allow your shoulder and your head to drop as well. It's a tiny little pause before you drop down. And slowly let the swing come to rest, and the other foot in front. Good. Start going backwards and around. Again, hand behind your back if you find it helpful. And swing and swing and swing. Notice how when you're going back, your head's actually going up. You watch your hand going past. And you'll notice when you go forwards that you're actually closing the body when your head goes down. Just be aware of that. This is really nice. It lifts the whole upper part of the back up. And it's going right through to the opposite side. Right and forwards. Now, going forwards, allow your head to drop down with that movement and drop and drop. Maybe hear a couple of funny noises in your shoulder blade as it has to glide over the ribs, the back of the chest. And relax. Just slowly come to rest. Oh, okay. Let's drop and turn and clear a little bit. Again, we're going to be clearing between the shoulder blades. We often forget about the back of the chest. We're very focused on the front because we see our front most of the time. We do forget about what happens at the back. So arms up. And you're going to drop and turn and bend your knees at the same time. And it's going to be an out breath through the mouth. So breathe in and drop and turn. And drop and turn. Allowing any tension in your body just to float off or scatter into the breeze, to the ground. And relax. Good. Let's carry on with the neck and shoulders and do Spreading the feathers, so feet a little bit wider out, hands at your side, hands facing forwards. Bottom goes back, arms spiral forwards. Gather, come up, tucking your tailbone in and push your hands down to the ground. Thumbs twisting round, chin tucked in, head lifted up, tailbone dropped. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out and let your ear drop down towards your shoulder. Feeling a bit of stretch happening in the opposite side of the neck and maybe even down into the arm. And breathe in and come up. And breathe out and drop, drop, drop. And breathe in and come up. Breathe in and drop down. And now lift your head at an angle and look behind and upwards. Don't do this if you get dizzy. And then breathe out and you can look down at the ground. In breath as you go up. Out breath as you go down. Bring your head to center. Breathe in, breathe out, drop your ear down. And again, look at an angle behind you, stretching the front of the neck now. And breathe out and look down. Let your head drop, 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 drop. And once more looking up. Move slowly. And breathe out and drop. Drop. Good. Back of the hands faces forwards. Now, bottom goes behind hands. Go spiral around, and your little fingers are spiraling, spiraling, spiraling here. So we're now going to be stretching the front of the arms, which is the yin side of the arms. We did the yang side of the arms just now. Breathing in and dropping ear to shoulder. Try and push the opposite arm a little bit further down towards the ground, so you feel a bit of stretch in the fascia there. Stretching maybe through up until the neck, maybe even a bit of tingling in your hand there. Breathe in and come up. And breathe out and drop to the other side. And again, push this arm away, opening the neck, lengthening the arm, feeling that you're stretching into the soft tissue there. And coming back and relax your hands. Right, we're going to go into a couple of flows. It's just a really nice, easy evening. The summer's coming. It's been a lot of hard work today, but feels good. Change of seasons. Hands in front of your breastbone here. Legs a little bit wider, and we're going to do opening your heart to the sky. So hands go out in front and open to the sky. Just do that slowly and feel how the front of the chest is opening up as you do that. Allow your tailbone to sink down at the same time, chin to be tucked in, head lifted up. So we're stretching lengthwise and also horizontally at the same time, creating song in the body, creating space in the body. Space for the heart, space for the lungs in the chest here. And breathe out. Hands come together. Sink your breastbone back. Let your head come forward so you're opening the back of the thoracic spine. And we call this heart to the earth. Breathe in, open up. Heart to the sky. And this is such a good position to go into because we spend so much of our life in a forward position. We don't open up enough. So you want to strengthen the external rotators of the shoulder, opening the front of the chest. Breathe out and come forward. Open your heart. Keep your eyes open. Open heart to the earth there. Push forward. So this is a little bit like the conductor of the orchestra. I think we've chatted about that before, that conductors of orchestras are known to be the longest surviving people because they do such a lot of this movement, helping the heart to beat, helping the lungs to breathe. Breathing out. Just breathe in and out through the nose. And just feel how each time you open, you go a little bit further, pulling your wrists back, open your fingers, coming back. All right, now we're going to turn on one heel, turn on the opposite toe. So our body is facing sideways. And we're going to lunge and flow. So breathing in, lunging forwards, letting your hands fall down at the wrist, but trying to keep them at a level, the same level over there, and in a horizontal level, not one in front, one behind. Just have a few breaths while you're there, feeling that position, how there's a rotation going through your spine. And come back to center. That's an out breath. Breathe in. You can breathe in and out in between. Lunge forward, bringing your weight onto your front knee. Seeing the front knee doesn't go further than the toes. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out and turn your toes forwards, heels forwards, and just re-establish the breath. Open heart to the sky. Breathe in. Breathe out. It's like opening the curtains in the morning. It's a beautiful exercise to do first thing in the morning. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Turn on the heel, turn on the toe, and lunge and flow. Breathe out, come back to center just with your arms. Breathe out and flow. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Turn to face center and breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. And you're going to go straight from there into the lung flow. So feet a little bit closer together. Hands holding a ball just below your belly, just below your lower dantian. And allowing your tailbone to sink, chin tucked in. And slowly let your hands lift with the breath. Spiral once you get to the level of your collarbone and hold up the sky, fingers facing each other, and try and get your arms back rather than forwards there. And then down we come again, spiraling as we go past the collarbone, down into soft knees and hands just below the navel, breathing in and out through the nose, in through the nose. Arms back and out through the nose. Breathing in and out through the nose strengthens the lungs. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth clears the lungs and brings in more relaxation. But we want to be strong as well as relaxed, so we do both from time to time. Just allow your hands to float up and flows. We want to use almost no effort at all. Beginning of the class, we sort of stir up the energy and get everything warmed up, and then we just relax and flow here. Breathe in at the top of the movement, hold your breath, pause, and breathe out. And at the bottom of the out breath, pause for a few seconds. When you need to breathe in, up you go. Just 3 or 4 seconds. Hold it. And breathing out. Breathing in, coming up. Now allow one hand to go down, the other one stays up. So one hand facing down, one up, pushing mountain, holding sky. So feel yourself pushing, getting a lovely diagonal torsion through the spine. Do a couple of those, and then over to the side, opening up between your ribs on the one side, squeezing all the old air out on the other side, coming back up. Let your little fingers spiral past each other as you change places with the hands. One hand holding the sky, other one pushing the mountain, and off you go. Nice out breath as you go down. You can hang there for 1 or 2 breaths. Coming up. Now this time, as you change hands, let one hand go past your face, the other one go behind you, and look behind, and you're wringing out the old air in the base of the lungs. So this is an out breath through the mouth. Come back to center, spiraling. Hand goes past your head, other hand behind you, look behind you. One more to each side, breathe in, come in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Coming back to center. Open your legs a little bit more, and we're going to move the body like a river. We're doing a lot of movement through the upper part of the body. Now we want to feel that lovely flow and shifting of weight through the legs. And at the same time, we're getting a sideways movement from the spine, through the lumbar spine, up into thoracic spine, and then eventually the neck going across. So you're not having to do anything, you're just flowing with the river. And then we're going to take that into a slightly higher position. So we really get stronger movement through the thoracic spine here. Thoracic spine, the ribs are attached to the spine, so there's not as much movement as there is in the neck or the low lumbar spine. Feel as if you're actually pushing the river a little bit as you go, stirring up a bit of a ripple here. Watch your hands as you're doing that. Try and give yourself a visual focus when you can. It's very good for tracking moving objects, tracking birds in the sky, following your hands as you move, watching kids play soccer, watching the ball. And then we're going to go down to the exercise we did in our last class, where we did it adding our abdominal breathing to strengthen the core. But today we're just going to do a very easy flow with it, harmonizing yin and yang. Your hands up at the top. So there's the yang in the sky, and there's the yin down there in the earth. And so our heads very yang, and our feet are actually quite yin. So hands out to the side, and legs a little bit apart, and we soft bend, come down. We're going to cross wrists and make a little fist with a little hollow between our hands, and straighten up. And as we get to the top and we open our hands, we have a little eagle's claw with our hands. So the little finger curls in them, ring finger, middle finger, index finger, and thumb. As you go down, crossing hands there, light fist, and up you come. This is an out breath through the mouth. This is an in breath. Tuck your tailbone in as you come in, and breathe out. Little eagle claw there as you come down. Now, as you come up, you're going to tuck your tailbone and pull your pelvic floor up. It really, really helps to strengthen the pelvic floor and also strengthen your back at the same time. Little eagle claws coming down, and cross, wrist cross there. Loose fist, pull your pelvic floor up there. Relax it as you go down. Loose fist, pull your pelvic floor and your tummy in as you come up. And breathe out, relax everything. Good. Okay, let's go to the fountain. So the fountain is our kidney flow. So we're going to drop forwards, back of the hands together. And it's as if we're pulling up the water from the ground. And then the fountain goes out to the side. Let your bottom go back, keeping your knees behind your toes, keeping the movement fluid like water, so you don't stop at the top and then go down. You just try and move right through this. So this is a kidney flow. Kidney is the water element. Kidneys in Chinese medicine responsible for reproductive strength, water metabolism, strong bones, and bone marrow. So the sense organ that the kidney relates to is the ear. So as we get older, we get a little bit deaf. Okay. And it's also related to the hair. So some of us lose a bit of hair as we get older as well. Out breath coming down, in breath coming up. Let's do an in and out through the nose to strengthen the kidneys. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the nose. Bottom goes back, coming up. And from there, just let your hands come to hold a ball just in front of the belly. And we're going to do tree sways in the wind, which is the flow for the liver. Okay. Feel your feet rooted in the ground. Tailbone dropped. Chin tucked in. Long neck. And you may feel there's a bit of buzzing in your fingers already, just from the work we've been doing. Now, here the hands follow the hips. So we turn our hips to the side. And then the hands float up as you breathe in. Hips turn to center. Hands facing DU20, the liver, big central point on top of your head. And then your arms go out to the side. Holding a ball. Hips turn, hands turn, breathe in. Hands come up the side. They're coming up along the gallbladder meridian, which pairs with the liver. Turn. And that's an out breath. So there's actually a pause in your breath each time. So you pause your breath here. Turn. Breathe in. Pausing breath. Breathe out. Slight sinking there. Turning. Breathing in. Middle finger faces the middle of your head. Breathe out. Sink your knees. Pause your breath. Breathe in. Turning. Arms out to the side. Tree sways in the wind. So your roots are strong and your trunk is strong, but your arms are flexible like the branches of the tree. One more to each side. Turn. Float up. Middle finger to face in the middle of the head. Breathe out. Last one. Breathe in. Through the nose. Pause your breath. And out. And from there, we're going to go straight into playing with clouds. One hand over the front of the heart and one in front of the belly or the lower dantian. And again, the hips are going to lead the way for the arms. So again, we go to the side. So the hands come to the side. Hips turn, so arms turn. Once you've turned, the top hand's going to swap with the bottom hand. Then your body goes to the side, shift side, turn side, change top hand for bottom. Shift to the side, turn, top hand, swaps to the bottom. Shift to the side. So as if we're tumbling the clouds, cooling the heart, because one of the things the heart suffers from sometimes is too much fire, too much passion. Turning. So now think about your eyes. Your eyes, when we turn, allow your eyes to look into the distance. As you come across, allow your eyes to watch your hands. As you turn, look up and outwards, peripheral vision. Come across, look at your hands. Look into the distance. So we're practicing near and far vision here. Also very good for your eye health. And feel as if you're tumbling in the clouds. Speed that up a little bit, just in your own time. So it's a side, shift, turn, side, shift, turn. As you're turning, the hands are changing place. Get it mixed up with the eyes, don't worry, just do it as you do it slowly. And we're going into our last flow of the 5 element flows, which is pebble in the pond, which is earth element and the spleen. So we've got a pebble, quite a big pebble here. Bottom goes back and you drop your pebble into the pond and the ripples go out, and follow the ripples. And as you come back and tuck your tailbone in and allow your arms to come up with your pebble and drop. Round you go, coming up. Drop your pebble. Fingers go out. Bring your pebble up, tuck your tailbone in and drop. Let your bottom go back as you do that. So don't lean forwards, let your weight be over your bottom and the back of your heels. There we go. Coming back in. Breathe out. Breathe in as you come up. Breathe out. In as you come up. Breathe out. In as you come up. Breathe out. Turning in. Dropping down. Floating your fingers out. Being like a curious child. One more. Right, and I thought we'd do one standing posture at the end of this evening, and let's do the heart. So the standing posture of the heart is called holding the golden urn. So you think of holding the lip of the urn here, just in front of the heart. Elbows drop down, not too far out at the side. You can allow your posture to be with a little bit more weight in the heels if you like here. And drop your tailbone, long spine, tuck your chin in, head lifted to the sky. And if you find that your back is a little bit sore, then just lower the urn for a little bit. Maybe it's a little bit heavy. Okay, all right. So round about the level of the heart, that urn. Elbows down, closing your eyes, feeling your feet on the ground. You've just been doing spleen flow, so you should feel nice and rooted and grounded, roots growing into the earth there. Let the breathing be slow and deep, nice diaphragmatic breathing into your belly, in and out through the nose. So as we stand still like this, it gives everything inside our body unrestricted flow. Notice if you feel any energy, warmth, tingling in your hands. Soften your lower back, soften your thoracic spine. So the color of the heart in Chinese medicine and Qigong is a red color, but the color of the embers of the fire at night, not burning too strongly, but glowing, so we've got warmth. The health of the heart shows us the ease of our relationships to the world and people around us. So if it's too fiery, we're often very impatient. And if the fire's almost out, then we're kind of cold and we're not very approachable. So you want that lovely warm glow. Allows us to feel comfortable in our relationships, comfortable in the earth, and for others as well. The vagus nerve has a big branch going to the heart. Remember, the vagus nerve, when it stimulates, says rest and digest, but also tend and befriend. So when the heart's healthy, we can tend and befriend with ease. So imagine the glowing color of the heart in your chest there, and a fuzzy, sort of misty, orangey red glow spreading right through your body, up to your head, arms, down to through your shoulders to your hands, heart meridian going to the middle and the little finger. Feel that misty red color going all the way down your spine into your sacrum and your hips, pelvis, all the way down to your feet. And then surrounding your whole body. Just feel a sense of gratitude that you have a heart, and connects us to the world that we live in. Smile to your heart. And slowly let your hands come down. Just notice how your body feels before you open your eyes. Hands below your navel. And just walk a little bit. Walk back into your space. Outward space. You've been in your inward space for a while, so walk back into your outward space, and let's connect the two. And I hope you enjoyed Qigong this evening.